record as I, slowly but surely get back on this time. So we got back at like 11 last night. So you know how that goes. Just get my watch going. This morning, waking up for class, I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. Fine, I'll do this. Go ahead and reach your hands up overhead for me. Take a big inhale and then really reach all the way up towards that ceiling. And then go ahead and slowly dive your hands all the way down, reaching for those toes. And just take your time hanging down there at the bottom. And just think about taking that big inhale and releasing any pressure in that lower back or your neck. You're going to give me one more roll up. So go ahead and take a big inhale here. And then go ahead and roll yourself all the way up one more time, reaching all the way up to the top. Take a big inhale here, and then roll yourself down one more time. You're gonna grab those opposite elbows this time, taking a nice little rock from side to side, coming back through center, releasing those elbows, reaching all the way up to the top. And I just want you to set yourselves up. So go ahead and grab your light weights for me. Light weights, if you want your balas on, you can stick them on for that first set. So think about it as light weights, body weight, and a hint of cardio. So you're going to grab those weights in your hands to start for me. And if you have your balas on, that's fine. Weights come into your hands. You're going to step that right foot back, and then you're going to go into that split squat, bringing that right knee down to a hover, lift up, and squeeze. Right knee comes down to a hover, lift up, and squeeze. So I really want you to start to think about this movement as knees right over ankle. So I want you straight up and down here, but when you squeeze to the top, you're going to want to lock out your front knee. I want you to keep a soft bend in that knee so you stay in that movement. So you come all the way down, lift up, almost all the way to the top, 3/4, and then you drive that knee back down. So 3/4 to the top, and then you drive that knee back down. Big inhale here, and then drive that knee back down to that mat. Big inhale, good. You've got about 30 seconds left. First round is the longest, and it'll get shorter after that. Think about the weight in that front heel. So you're driving through that left heel to press away, lifting all the way to the top, and then you bring that knee back down to a hover. So as you exhale, you lift, inhale, you lower. Those weights are just at your side for me. Take a big inhale here. And then lift to the top, only 10 seconds. I know that first round is a longer one. You've got it. 9 and 8, good. 7 and 6. You're gonna drop the weights down to the side for me in 5, 4, good. 3 and 2. Weights come down to the side. Step that right foot in. Now you're just gonna go into that reverse lunge for me with a knee lift. So the knee comes down, lift and squeeze. Knee comes down to a hover, lift and squeeze. Think about the knee drive as now engaging those lower abs. First round again is the longest for everything. I just want to get your heart up and get you nice and warm. And then we'll go ahead and make those rounds a little bit shorter. Couple changes here. So full range movements just started off. Bring that right knee down to a hover. Drive that right knee all the way up towards your chest and then bring it back down. So you feel that little bit of a sense of urgency. A heart rate starts to come up right here. In 15 seconds, we're going to add the hop at the top. You're not going to do it for a full minute. You're going to want to take a break. You probably want that break right now, but I want you to fight through it. So in 5 seconds, you're going to give me a little hop at the top or that heel lift in 4, 3, good. 2. Now on 1, when you come up to the top, it's a little hop, and then you're going to softly let that heel come back down. So make sure that you're not doing this loud. You're doing this very tastefully, almost like you're just a little delicate flower there. Yep. You only have 15 seconds. That's why I know you can do this. Drop that knee down to the ground, drive it up, give me that little hop. You have 1 hold, isometric hold. It happens at the bottom in 10, in 9, keep breathing, 8, in 7, you've got this, 6, in 5, final 4, good, 3, and 2, come down to the bottom, hold. Yep, come down to the bottom, hold. Hands go right into prayer, elbows are wide. Now I need that knee down to a hover. You should be shaking right here. That knee is at that hover. Now tuck your tailbone under. It's only 10 seconds. You stand. You've got this. 10 seconds. You bring those feet together. You dive hands down. You're going right into a plank. In 5, little break. In 4, in 3, good. 2, step together. Take a big inhale. Hands come up overhead. Dive your hands down to your mat. Step back into your plank. You're in your push-ups for 30 seconds. In 3, in 2, in 1, 30 seconds of push-ups. You can pick your poison here. You can just rep them out. You can give me a 2 count up, 2 count down, or a hand release push-up, but you got to make them count. You're already 10 seconds into it. I only need 20 more seconds. Heart rate's going to come up here. You meet me in that high plank here in less than 15 seconds. Let arms get tired. Legs are talking to you. We're going to hit that left side in a second. You've got it here for 8 and 7, finish them. 6 in that plank for me. In 5, in 4, you've got it. 3 and 2, find that plank, hold. Find that plank, hold. Find that plank, hold. Now lift from your hips, lift from those abs all the way into your downward dog. Find that downward dog, start pedaling out those knees for 5, for 4, heart rate should be up. We're gonna bring it back down in 3, in 2, now walk hands to feet, feet to hands. And if your weights are right next to you, you can grab your weights on the way to the top, and then you're gonna take that left leg, you step back, and then you go right into your split squat on that left side. Start slow, lower down, lift and squeeze, lower down, lift and squeeze. Think about this transition. You could hold a much heavier weight. So these 2s and these 3s are there to help you keep pulling your shoulder blades away from your ears. Think about how you're engaging your abs. Normally we start with abs and they're ready to go. So I want you to think about, as you inhale to lower, exhale, contract abs as you lift. Remember, you're not locking out that front leg. Your right leg's going to want to lock out. Only bring it to that 3/4 mark before you drive it all the way down. That's at halfway point, 30 seconds to go. So you have this. Remember, that first round is the longest round, and then it gets shorter in those changes. Think to yourself also, drive through that front heel as you're bringing yourself up to the top, and then you sink back down. Beautiful. You have 10 seconds here. We're going to drop those weights as you go into your knee lift in 9, in 8, say in it for 6 and 5. Finish strong for 4. Everyone get 2 more in 3, in 2, drop those weights to the side, go right into that reverse lunge. Left knee comes down to a hovered lift and squeeze. Left knee comes down to a hovered lift and squeeze. Now think about what your toe is doing. Point through your toe. Use that lower ab to pull your knee up. So don't rush through these. I know that we are creating a sense of urgency, but in that hop is when you get to really get that heart rate up. This is still about driving through that front heel, lifting up through that core. You've got 10, beautiful, 9 more seconds, 8, and we add that hop, 7 and 6. That third change is the shortest. You get ready for that hold after this in 5, in 4, add that hop in 3, in 2, here's that hop. You come down, you give me a little heel lift, or you hop at the top. Down for that little bit of a lunge, and then hop, drive yourself up. You can always use those arms as if you're running here. So when you drop that knee down, I want you to really think about coming up to the top with some power here. Only 10 seconds to go. You're in that isometric hold. You can do this. 8 and 7, beautiful. 6 and 5, hold on to it. 4 and a hold, 3 and a hold, 2, get down there, freeze, don't lose this. Press your palms together, elbows wide. Here's where you need to think about how strong you are. Drive through that left heel. Think to yourself right here, that right heel, I should say. Right heel, right heel, right heel. That left heel's up. You've got this. Hold for 8. For 7, you step together. Second round in those push-ups in 5, in 4. Hold on to it. 3 and 2. Beautiful. Everyone stands. Take a big inhale. Reach hands up to the top. I know you've got this. It's an advanced group. Go ahead and dive your hands down to the bottom of that mat. Step back into your push-up. Hold for me at the top, or that plank, I should say. Hold for me at the top for 5 seconds. For 4 seconds, you're going to go into those push-ups in 3, in 2. I don't care if it's a 2 count down or if it's a hand release push-up. I want you to make these count. There's not a ton of push-ups built in. You've got 2 sets in the front end, 2 in the back, so you're not going to have any for a hot second. So breathe through this. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. Now your legs should be warm. So think about squeezing inner thighs together, tiny little tuck of that tail, but in 10 seconds, you're in that plank. I do want you to walk down to your forearm plank as we finish off that first series in 5, in 4, 3, beautiful. 2, open those feet, come into your forearm plank. Option to keep legs together, option to open those feet up. I need a solid 30 seconds. You're already 5 seconds into it. You're going to be in a child's pose after this, so I need you to fight right till the end. Spread your fingertips out. Press your palms into that mat. Take a big inhale here. Pull your elbows towards your toes. Think about how much can you contract and squeeze through your abs. Only 10 seconds. In 9 seconds, you rest. 8 and 7 child's poses around these rooms. You've got it. 5 and 4. Last 3, 2, 1. You get to rest. Find your child's pose. Well, it's not a nice first 9, 10 minutes of class right there. You should be warm. Open your knees up and take the rest. Take a big inhale. Reach to the front of that mat for me. Big inhale and that exhale. I want you to come into your all four. You're going to give me a cat-cow stretch, and then you're going to lift into your downward dog because I want you to meet me back standing. We're not quite finished in that standing movement. So as you come all the way back up to the top, take your time, downward dog, child's pose, however you want to get there. You are going to grab those weights for me one more time. You're going to open up into that wide second position. So we just got your thigh and some glutes. And so now let's go into your inner thighs and that outer pocket of your booty. Heels are going to turn in. I really want you to watch where your knees are going. You're going to have your weights in your hand. We're going to add the two together similar to last week. So you're going to have your palms face those quads. You're going to come down on a 2 count, reaching those hands up to the top. Then you're going to give me 2 pulses when you're at the bottom, and then you stand with control. So you come down with control on that 2 count. You're going to pulse 2 times at the bottom. Arms go up, butt goes down, and then you slowly rise back up. I want these slow. Down on that 2 count, your arms are lifting as your butt is lowering. Yep. And then at the bottom of that range, 2 pulses with your hands reaching long and strong before you lift right back up. Think about pressing those weights away. Down on that 2 count, you press your glutes down to that floor, and then you lift up. We're going to get ready to single it out, but I want you to hold on to this for about 10 more seconds. Thinking about the 2 count down. As you're driving down, can you press those knees back? When you're reaching, can you pull shoulders away from your ears as you give me those little pulses? You're going to hold at the bottom in 5, in 4, get 1 more in 3, and 2. Everyone's at the bottom of that range. Stay in that pulse for me. Stay in that pulse. You're just going to come down an inch, lift arms up an inch. Down an inch, lift arms up an inch. You're thinking about, can I press my knees any further back? Can I really think about engaging through that core? Good. You've got 10 seconds right here. 9 and a hold. 8. Perfect. 7 and 6. Hold on to it. 5 and 4. You're right there. 3 and 2. You hold on one, palms face each other. Now bend those elbows for me. From here, you're going to open those arms up, lift your right heel, close, lower. Alternate heel, lift left heel, lower, push together. Open those arms as you lift your heel, lower your heel as you bring those arms together. Again, we're really slow in this series. Good. Jay, tuck your tailbone, just a hint for me. I know it's just because you got a great booty, but watch that little tuck. As I lose you guys, because I know it was Squat-tober, so everyone's trying to really work on that form. 10 seconds right here as you open that heel lifts, as you close that heel lowers. In 8 seconds, your hands are going to be in parallel. Your heels are going to both start down. In 4, you've got this. 3, in 2. Now from here, stay centered. Lift both heels as you pulse up, lower both heels. Lift, pulse, lower down. Lift, pulse, lower down. So really focus on your heels lifting. Weight is in those first 3 toes. You're going to get to stand after this. So we're going to go back to that single movement. So hang into it for 8 seconds here. Any issues with your heels, leave your heels down. You can pulse your butt down as you pulse those arms up. If you can't do the heel lift, in 3, you hold. In 2, on 1, hold right where you are. You're going to stand all the way up now. Open those arms, lower down with control. So we open, squeeze shoulder blades, and then we sink all the way down. Heels just stay low, lower, and lift. Good. Lower, wake those shoulders up. It's 10, 9, 8, and 7. Good. 6, get low. 5, 4, and 3. Final 2. On 1, can everybody bring those arms just down to your side and sink nice and low. Then bring those palms together so you just have a hole. Palms together in that prayer position. Press your weights right here. Drop your seat down 1 more inch. Think about the slight tuck of your tailbone. Press those knees out wide. You have less than 15 seconds right here. So I want you to really think about breathing. You stand, we go into those arms. You're almost there. 8 and 7, 6 and 5. Hold on to it. 4 and 3. Last 2. Stand all the way up. Heel toe those feet in so they're about hips width distance apart. Weights stay in your hands. You're going to come right into your 90-degree angle with those arms and then go into that bicep curl. We lower all the way down. We squeeze to lift. In this bicep curl right here, because you were just in your shoulders, you're like, I could use a much heavier weight. Keep a soft bend in your knees and think to yourself, when you're at the bottom of that range, I need you to squeeze your triceps with everything that you have, and then you come all the way up. Pretend like you're pulling, you're pressing through water. Lower down, lift and squeeze. Good. Lower all the way down, lift and squeeze. You've got this. As you're breathing through it, you're just going to start coming all the way down and halfway up for me. Go ahead, all the way down, halfway up. So as you're pressing to the bottom, think about how can I make this feel more difficult? Squeeze tricep, and then you stop at that halfway point, almost like your arm wants to go further, but it can't. 20 seconds right here, all the way down, halfway up. All the way down, halfway up. You've got it. Think about your knees. Think about your abs. Are you contracting through that core? 10 seconds right here. 9 and 8. Good. 7 and 6. Find that little sense of urgency. 5 and 4. Meet me at 90 and 3. Good. In 2. You meet me at 90. Just pulses here. Little pulses. Little pulse press. Pulse up a couple inches. Up and down. It's up and down. Go 10 and 9. Little presses. 8. Soft bend in your knees. 6 more here. It's 5 and a hold. It's 4 and a hold. Last 3 and 2 on 1. You freeze right here. Open up into that V. You serve that platter out. You pull it in. Serve platter out. Then pull it in. Stay in those biceps. Squeeze those weights. As you press out, you contract abs. Press out. Now leave those arms out. Give me those little pulses out. Good for 10 and 9. Stay with it. Go 8 and 7. You're right there. 6 more pulses. 5 right here. It's 4. You're there. And 3. You hold in circle for me. And 2. Now circle those arms. It's little tiny circles to midline. 8 and 7. Stay in it. Go 6. Strong wrists. It's 5. Don't lock those knees out for me. Go 4 and 3. Final 2. Reverse that circle here. Go 10 and 9. You've got it. 8 and 7. Abs and knees bent right here for 5. 4 and a hold, 3 and a hold, 2, just freeze right here, just freeze right here. Can you walk your heels together, toes apart? You're gonna go right into your heel lifts, leave your arms in that isometric hold. Don't do anything with it, but squeeze those weights. Your biceps should be contracted. We lower down, squeeze to lift. Can you add up, pulse out, as you pulse those heels up, pulse out, as you pulse those heels up, 10 and 9, lift for 8, lower for 7, lift for 6 and 5, hold it out, go 4 and 3. You have this 2, stay at that top, heels lifted, arms out. Final 15 seconds right here. Squeeze inner thighs together. Keep those heels really, really high. Squeeze those weights. Bring those shoulders down your back. You're coming down, bringing those arms down to your side in 5, in 4, good, in 3, in 2, on 1, lower your heels, lower your arms. Keep those knees bent. Now I want you to reach down like you're headed into a row, palms face each other, pull those elbows up, go right into your kickbacks. Last couple changes in those arms for now. Tricep kickbacks is where I want you. I want you to think knees bent, chest proud. Do not let those elbows move. Keep those elbows high. Those beautiful, strong summer arms. I don't care if we're headed into the winter months. I know we all want to have those nice sculpted arms. 15 seconds right here. 15 seconds and you leave those arms all the way up. It's only 3 changes, so I want you to fight through it. As you reach those arms, I'd almost rather you go slower. Squeeze, press, hold. Good. Press and hold. Let's give ourselves 3 more. Press and hold. 2 more and you hold at the top. On that last one, can you give me pulses up an inch, down an inch? I want you to keep your pinkies facing the ceilings. Pinkies are facing up an inch and down an inch. Your core is pulled in. You only have a hold left. We're back to legs and abs. Breathe right here for me. You have 8 seconds and a hold, 7 seconds. Yeah, just squeeze, press. Squeeze, press. Good. 3, you're holding for me. And 2, girls, you have this. And 1, everyone freezes. Hold, turn your palm towards the ceiling. Give me 15 seconds. You're not going to want to do it. Here's what I need you to think about. Can you take a big inhale? On the exhale, reach 1 inch further, plug that belly button in, hinge 1 inch further, 10 and 9. Yes, you can. 8. Can you squeeze any tighter here? Go 5 and 4. Hold on to it. 3 and 2. On 1, you stand. Nice job. All the way up. Set those weights to the side. Bring that right arm across your chest. We're getting ready to head down to that mat. I just have 3 changes for you standing, and then we're down for the rest of the time. Opposite arm comes across that chest. Perfect. A little bit of squat work just to get center booty a little bit warmer for that next series. Heels are turned in, toes are turned out. Everyone's going to go into their single body weight squat for me. So as you lower down, hips come parallel to those knees, and then I want the biggest squeeze you can give me at the top. Think less about a thrust forward, but just squeeze your glutes together. Press your palms back as you're at the top, squeezing triceps, and then sink down nice and low, pressing palms together at that bottom. Good. Now everyone just start coming about halfway up. 3/4 is fine, but just halfway up. So when you sink down, there's no sort of momentum letting you come all the way to the top. So you sink down. I'm fine with halfway up or 3/4, but I don't want your legs locked out at the top, and it's bigger than a pulse. Really nice work. 30 seconds right here. Good. Lift up. lower down. Nice, lift up, lower down, lift up, lower down. Keep squeezing, shoulders stay relaxed. Can everyone turn this into a pulse? Up an inch and down 1 inch, up 1 inch and down an inch. The only reason you are moving is you're squeezing to contract, releasing that contraction. Yes, right at the bottom. Now keep pressing those knees out, because think about them externally rotated, those hips as you come down, and that slight internal rotation to squeeze to come up. Stay in your pulses, 15 seconds and you're out of it. Down 1 inch and up an inch. You can do it. Down 1 inch and up an inch. Are you driving through your heels, wiggling your toes? Okay, down there. Stay low, stay low. This is that challenge point for 8 seconds. 7 and you stand. 6, you can do this. It's 5 and 4, final 3 and 2, you've made it. 1, stand up nice and tall. Nice work. Oh, good. Glutes are ready for us on that mat. So you're going to move those computers. And what I want you to think about here is bringing those weights down with you. We're here for the rest of class for abs and those legs, but you are going to meet me at the back of that mat, because I have one really lovely plank series planned for you. So dive those hands all the way down, and then you're going to walk yourself out to the top of that mat. Open your feet up here and go into your slow, controlled shoulder taps. Your hips should not even move, because as you spread those fingertips out and you press back into your feet, you're working through your abs, and you're so secure in that movement that you do not need to rock from side to side. Breathe through this for me. Whenever you need a break, you're going to take a break, and I'm going to run you through our couple changes right here. You're going to turn this into your plank up down in 5 seconds. So stay in your shoulder taps for 4, for 3, don't feel like you have to rush it. 2, plank up downs right here on 1. So find your foundation, lower down on that 2 count, replace your hand with that elbow and walk back to the top. 20 seconds right here. Feet are apart. Focus on what your core is doing. I know your shoulders are going to light up a little bit right here, but focus on contracting through that stomach. Only 10 seconds left. You meet me on your forearms. Keep your feet apart for me through the rest of this. You've got it. 5 seconds. 4, last time, up and down. Meet me on your forearms in 3 and 2. Everyone find your forearm plank. Keep your feet apart. You're going to reach your right hand forward. You're going to reach your left hand forward. Here's what I want you to know. If you reach and tap in front of you, it's going to feel a little bit easier if you reach in front of you and don't tap that floor. So if you keep that arm parallel to the mat, it feels like a hint different than if you're just tapping in front. I don't care which one you do. I just want you to feel your challenges here. Nice, Jay. Those look so strong. Hold on to it. I need 10 seconds and everyone's in a hold. In 9, in 8, you can do this. 7 and 6 right there for 5. Stay on those forearms for me. 3 and 2. One more reach. Stay on your forearms. You can do this. 2 changes left. Can you walk your feet out, out, in? I am keeping you on your forearms. If you prefer to be on your hands for this, you can. It's only 20 seconds. Think about not letting your butt move. You're coming through those lower abs and you're squeezing your legs. It's 10, 9, good, 8 and 7. It's out and out. Go in and in. Last one right here. In and in. Walk them out and you hold for me. Walk them out and hold. Give me 20 seconds, just 20 seconds. If you want that extra challenge, now is when you squeeze your inner thighs together. So you think about it from your ankles through inner thighs, through upper inner, and then your glutes are slightly tucked. I need you to take a big inhale, press through those forearms. It's only 10 seconds. You're going to come into an all 4 and give me a cat-cow stretch in 9, in 8. Do not lose this plank. You have this. 7 and 6, last 5 right here. You've got it. 4 and 3, last 2, and you made it. Child's pose if you need it, or go right into your cat-cow. We're going to set ourselves up for that next set of glute work. Your weight, we are going to use for the first couple changes, and then we're going to ditch it. If you have Balas on, it might be a lot to have both. So really listen to those hip flexors. From here, I am starting you for 3 changes on your hands and your wrists, and then coming down to forearms. If it's too much, go right to your forearms. I just want to tire out those shoulders. We are starting with that right leg. You're going to take your weight. Your weight is going to go behind that right knee for me. On that right knee, you're going to flex through that foot. We're staying in those hamstrings, spread fingertips out. You lift it up on that 2 count. Good. And then you're going to give me 2 pulses at the top before you lower it down with control. So you are going into a combo move to start. You lift up on that 2 count, and then you squeeze your glutes, squeeze that weight for 2 at the top. We're going to fatigue you fairly quickly here. I do want this to go slow because I want you to focus on where you are squeezing. If the weight is too much and you want to go with your bala, I'm fine with it. If you're using your Bala, know that it's gonna pull from that calf, that lower part of your leg. You're fighting a little bit more there. I really want this to come from center glute and hamstring. So as you lift that knee up and you squeeze at the top for those 2 pulses, think about knee staying right underneath of that foot as you stamp the ceiling and slowly bring it back in. You can always test your balance by bringing that left hand right to that quad and then coming all the way back down. We've got this. We're only going to do about 2 more right here, and then we're going to stay at the top. So on this next one, after your 2 pulses, can you stay at the top for me? Now start kicking your heel into your seat. Kick heel into your seat. Here's where you really start to feel top of that booty into that hamstring. Kick, squeeze, kick, squeeze. My advanced friends, you have one hand on that thigh, that left hand on your thigh. Your belly is pulled in. There's no arch in your back. I need 10 more squeezes. Remember, you're only on your wrist for 1 more change. 8 more squeezes, 7 and 6. You can do this. 5, think it's in, not up. 4, we combo in 3. You can do this in 2. On 1, you squeeze it up, 2, 3, squeeze it in, 2, 3. You can do it up, 2, 3, squeeze it in, 2, 3. Tighter every time. Stamp that ceiling, 2, 3. Then you kick that heel to your seat, firing up that hamstring. I need 15 seconds. We come to our forearms. You're almost there. So really find your breath right here. Can you squeeze your right cheek any tighter? Can you lift that leg up any higher? 5, 4, keep it up there. 3 pulses up, 3 pulses in, and everybody hold right here. Hold right here. Take a big inhale here for me. As you bring that knee back down, right hand grabs that weight, sets it to the side. Walk your left hand down, forearm down. Right hand is going to stay up. You're going to take that right leg and you're going to point it towards the corner of your mat. You're not opening completely up, but you do have a little bit of a rotation here. We worked on these last week. You're going to lift that leg, tap toe to that corner. Lift that leg, tap toe to that corner. Notice how proud our chests are. So we're not collapsing into our shoulder. Think about how strong you are. As you lift to the corner of that mat, you are squeezing that cheek. Now notice I'm not going anywhere when I lift that hand up because I'm pressing into that forearm and I'm squeezing, contracting my glutes. Good. 10. So you really shouldn't have any weight on that right hand. 9 and 8. You can do this. 7, 6. It should feel nice to be long. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it at that top for me. You're going to bring it in towards the top of your arm, full extension squeeze. Bring it into the top of that arm, full extension squeeze. Here's what I know. You have 2 changes left. You're going to start to fatigue. Pull it in, reach, squeeze. I know that left leg is talking. You pull it in, reach, squeeze. Yes, you can. It's 8 and 7. You are welcome to speed it up. 6 and 5. Final 4 and 3. We combo in 2. Hold it out on 1. You tap it down, lift, squeeze, pull it in, extend. You tap it down, lift and squeeze. You pull it in and extend. Stay strong through that core. Press yourself up. Think about as you get fatigued, you're going to start rolling forward into that right hand. Take your time and think. Left glute is on fire, but can you work through those obliques and squeeze that right side? Tap, lift, use your oblique, pull that knee in. We have 1 hold left in 5 seconds. I know you have it. 4 and 3. Good. 2 on 1. Can you hold that leg long and strong? Can you bring that right hand behind your head? Can you lift that leg up 1 inch higher and just hold here for 8 seconds? You'll feel it a little through that oblique. You should feel it in through that side body of your leg and right in your shoulder blade in that lat. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2 on 1. Bring that leg down. You're going to bring your feet right through center. You have 2 changes, 2 rounds. Come onto your back. We're not going directly into that other side. Come onto your back. Take a big inhale here for me. Your hands come behind your head right here. Bring feet up to tabletop. Lift all the way up. Hit your bicycles. Twist, twist. Lovely. Twist and twist. 2 changes. Bicycles in a full range sit up. You're going through 2 rounds. Heart rate might come up a little bit, and then we're going to switch sides. As you twist in your bicycle, I know you're not pulling on your neck. You're pressing your head into your hands. You're finding that lovely twist right here. Can you get your elbow past your knee? Make this count right here. You've got it. 10 and 9. Good. 8. It's a full range sit up coming up. Feet can be flat on that mat, or you can have your legs long. And 4 and 3. Good. And 2. On 1, bring yourself all the way down. You have the option here as you sit all the way up. I'd love hands to reach up overhead. I gave you the option for your weights right here. If you want to grab them, you can reach your weights up towards the ceiling, and then you can lower all the way down. Feet can also be flat. As you lower down, lift and squeeze. It's a full range movement. Think about coming up on that fast 1 to 2 count, and then slow 2 to come down. So I want you to tuck your tailbone, pull your lower belly into that mat. 20 seconds right here. We go through it one more time. Bicycles in that full range sit up. You're there. In 8, in 7. If you have those weights in your hands, I want you to ditch them for your bicycles because I don't want you pulling on your neck. In 3, in 2, on 1, legs come up into a tabletop, weights come to your side, bring your hands behind your head, straight leg bicycles, twist, good, twist. Can you lift up any higher? Can you think about pointing through those toes? Those look really great, ladies. Breathe for me right here. 15 seconds left. I want you to think to yourself as you're twisting, can you come up any higher? Can you tuck your tailbone under? Can you breathe for me? Use your breath to help you get even deeper in those abdominals. You're back in your sit up. Grab your weights again in 5, in 4. You've got 3 and 2. Grab your weights for me. Beautiful. Lift them up towards the ceiling. Feet are either flat or legs are long. Reach those hands up every time. Think about the tuck of your tailbone. Tuck. 2, 3, exhale, lift. Tuck. 2, 3, and then that big exhale to lift. You've got it. Last little bit of that core work in between sides, and then we'll get into that left leg as you got that nice little break. 10 seconds right here. 9 and 8, 7. Keep doing it. Exhale, reach, reach, reach. Inhale, lower down with control. Can everybody give me one more right here, wherever you are? Don't worry about it. Exhale, lift up, and then give me that 3, 2, 1. Weights come to your side, knees come into your chest, and I just want you to take that nice little rock from side for a moment here. Really basic in those abs, but really thoughtful in that foundational movement. Take a big inhale. If you had Balas on, they stay on, or you put them back on. We're going into that left leg. I know you feel like you're not on your dominant side, but that right side stabilizer is going to help you here. So when you're ready, rock yourself up. If it takes a couple times, that's fine. Take a sip of water, and then I want you to set yourself up in that all-4 position one more time. Again, we've gone from some standing into some traditional, really focused on hamstring and center booty right here. Weight comes behind that left knee, and I want you to be really thoughtful of your form here now that you're fatigued. Bring that weight behind that left leg, and then I want you to press that floor away, flex your foot, and then you're gonna lift up on that 2 count. You're gonna give me those 2 pulses at the top, and then you're gonna slowly lower that leg. So this is not a rush. I want you to really focus here on where you're squeezing. And because this is an advanced group on, I want you to see if you can lift that opposite arm and bring that right hand to your quad, just to make sure that you're not sinking into your side now that you're a hint fatigued. And then you'll bring it back down. Remember, there's 3 changes with you on your wrist. If you need to come down to your forearms, it's fine. Squeeze, keep that foot flexed. And then at the top, you're just squeezing your glute and that weight to come up 2 inches. You have 10 seconds here. Stay slow and controlled for me, because I still need almost that tuck of your tailbone at the top, like you think you want to go higher and you can't find where that movement happens, where you have to stop that lift. Now stay at the top for me, right where you are. Good. And now I just want you to start kicking your heel into your seat and squeezing that weight. If it doesn't bother you too much, it's less about a lift up, you're kicking in. So that hamstring curl, that nice muscle in the back of your legs, so you're gonna feel this a little bit on the top of that butt and that line under. You're squeezing your center booty and you're squeezing that weight, kicking your heel towards your seat for 10 and 9, good, 8 and 7, keep kicking, 6 and 5, are your abs pulled in for 4, you've got this, 3 and 2, we hold on 1 right here, you squeeze it up, 2, 3, squeeze it in, 2, 3, here we go, it's up, 2, 3, squeeze it in, 2, 3. That arm can stay up the whole time. That you want to challenge yourself. You should be starting to fatigue. You're going to drop that weight in a second. You have 10 seconds to go, and then we come on that forearm. That leg gets to get nice and long and strong. 5 and 4. 3 and 2 on 1. Slowly bring that leg down. Weight comes out of that leg. Right forearm comes down, and you're going to extend those toes to the back left corner of your mat. You're going to lift that leg, tap it down. Lift that leg, tap it down. Now, full body's working on this side body movement. Your obliques, you've got to stay lifted when you're pressing into that forearm. That forearm, it helps you to stay also relatively square. Yes, you're open to that side, but I just don't want you collapsing here. You have 10 seconds. 9, 8, good. 7 and 6, stay in it for 5. Keep that chest proud. 4 and 3, leave it up. And 2, everybody give me one more right here. Leave it up at the top. Now bring that knee in. I'm okay if you round through that oblique, extend and squeeze. Bring that knee in, extend and squeeze. Where are you working? What can you squeeze a little bit tighter here? 10 seconds and we put it together. 9 and 8, you have less than 5 minutes of class. 7 and 6, hold on to it. 5 and 4, you're there. In 3 and 2, put it together. Full extension, tap toe down, lift toe up. Bring knee into that tricep, full extension. You have this. Do not lose it here. Think about where you're squeezing. Are you breathing? Don't clench your jaw and start pressing that tongue into the top of your mouth. Breathe for me here. Only 10 seconds. 9 and 8, good. 7, Siri really wanted to be involved. 5, 4, make it count. Reach and tap. Lift and bring it in. Final 3 and an extension. 2 and an extension. Hold it out for me just for a second. Lift through that core. Lift through that oblique. Hold that leg for 3 and 2. Come all the way down for me. You're in that all 4 position. We have 2 sets of push-ups. I know I'm not giving you that break yet. Walk back into that plank form or onto your knees. Hand release for everyone. Lower down, lift, squeeze, press up. Lower down, lift, squeeze, press up. I want some urgency in these. It's only 20 seconds. Lower down, press all the way up. Lower down, press all the way up. Yes, you can. Every time that you hand release, give me a hint of a lift, squeeze your shoulder blades together. You have it. 10, 9, 8, 7. Here's where we're a little bit fatigued. 5 and 4. Good. 3 in a child's pose. 2 in a child's pose. 1. Last one, and rest. Open knees up nice and wide. Thank you for giving me that last one. Open knees up nice and wide and press all the way back. We've got 2 minutes of work. It's all going to be in your abs. Take a big inhale. I know I did not really give you any stretch. So whether you do it later or not, I'm going to tell you right now, I would love a little stretch from everyone. Come on to your back for me, and then bring your feet flat. You lucked out, only 1 set of push-ups at the end, not 2. So come on to that back for me, and then bring your legs to tabletop. From here, you are gonna reach your hands up towards the ceiling. As you come up, you extend legs out, almost like you're headed into your hollow body hold. You lower down, hands reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands reach towards your ankles, and then inhale, lower down. Exhale, reach, lift. Inhale, lower down. 4 to go. Exhale, reach, lift. Inhale, lower down. Good. 3 more. Exhale, reach, lift. Lower down with control. Big reaches on that last 2. Good. On this next one, you are going to hold for me. Heels together, toes apart. You're going to pump those arms right here. Just press, 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 press. Keep reaching, legs together here. Just press, 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 press. Think exhale. 2, 3, 4, then inhale. 2, 3, 4. You exhale. 2, 3, 4, then inhale. 2, 3, 4. 2 more rounds right here. Go. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. It's exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3. Hold. From here, if you need to bring your hands behind your head, you can, or keep reaching. Flex your feet. Pull your heels in. Exhale, reach, squeeze. Pull your heels in. Exhale, reach, squeeze. You can do this. Pull your heels in. Exhale, reach, squeeze. Last one, you hold it out in 3. In 2, point back through those toes. Hands come behind your head. 5 seconds in your hollow body hold, and you're out of it. In 4, in 3, in 2, knees into your chest, chest into your knees. Good. Take that rock from side to side. You made it. That's a tough one today. Big inhale,
Big exhale as you rock from side to side, because I know who's on right now. If you want to rock yourself up, give me 6 push-ups as we cut off. You can. Bye, ladies. I will see you on Thursday. Have a great, great day.